Hello everyone, I'm Shivani Antil from GBM Girls College. Today I'm going to make you study the subject auditing. Today we will discuss about the topic auditing is luxury while accountancy is a necessity.
उससे
Some
मैं खोल रही हूँ.
experts, while differentiating between accounting and auditing, opine that accounting is unnecessary, while auditing is not luxury. Before examining the statement in detail, let us clarify the meaning of the phrases necessity and luxury. Necessity is concerned with need. That is, anything which is needed to stay alive and maintain one's working capability. On the other hand, luxury implies those needs or those objects without which a person can stay alive. इसका मतलब नेसेसिटी तो ऐसी चीजें होती हैं जिनके बगैर हम जी नहीं सकते, लेकिन जो लग्जरी है वो एक ऐसी चीज है जिसके बगैर हम जी सकते हैं, but the non-availability of which may not increase his working capability and in some cases may also decrease his working capacity. So here we can define accountancy is a necessity while auditing is a luxury. So first of all, let's divide the statement into two. Accounting as a necessity while auditing as a luxury. So first I will define a necessity. Some experts, while debating between accounting, defines it. In today's industrial age, accountancy is considered a necessity by one and all. At one time, when businessmen were small and had few employees, having goodwill was not considered for doing small business. But now, new industries, new mode of transportation, and new ways of thinking brought about a revolution in the field of business. Sole proprietorships, partnership firms, and companies were being set up, and much larger amount of capital were being invested. As a result, modern technique of accounting were adopted. In short, we can say accounting as a necessity in two times. First, as an ancient time, second, as a modern time. So in ancient time, accountancy was considered as a luxury. But if we talk about the modern time, it considers accountancy as a necessity. Here it is clear that the accounting is necessary for modern era. In ancient time, it is considered as a luxury. So arguments in favor of accountancy being a necessity. Let's talk about the arguments. First is limited memory power. Limited memory power today in business, a number of transactions take place every day due to limited memory power of humans. It is not possible for a person to remember all the business transactions, and hence it becomes unnecessary to record these transactions in the book of account. Hence we can say it includes the limited memory power. Next, we can talk about knowledge of actual position of the business. Every businessman wants to know that after a certain period, what was the profit or loss earned by him during the period, and what is the present financial state of affairs of the business. So, in order to generate this information between the business parties. Next, we will talk about proof in court. If a businessman has properly maintained the book of account, then if the need arises, they may be produced as evidence in court in case of a dispute between the business parties. So here we can say this, it is a type of proof in court. Next, we are going to talk about knowledge of debtors and creditors. Only by maintaining books of account, it is possible to know the various debtors and creditors of the business. The books of account may also prove helpful as evidence while recovering or announcing the amounts due to the business with the help of court. Next, we are going to talk about proof in case of insolvency. In case of continued losses, if a business is in position that it is unable to pay its creditors, then the owner can present it his books of account in the court, and on the basis of them get himself declared as insolvent. Next, we are going to talk about helpful in assessment of tax. How it is helpful in assessment of tax for the determination of liability of various taxes, such as income tax, sales tax, etc. The income tax or sales tax officer often called for the books of account as a evidence. Hence, for fulfillment of this objective, accountancy is indispensable. Next, we are going to talk about comparative study possible. It provides a comparative study. If any businessman has properly maintained his accounts, then he can compare the profit or losses, income and expenses, sales and purchases, etc., with the corresponding figures of the previous year. This may also be beneficial to him for planning for the future. Next is conveyance in borrowing. A businessman often requires fund from time to time in order to expand his business, or in times of economic difficulty. He can obtain these funds from other businesses, banks, or any other lending institutes. If the businessman has maintained the accounts of his business properly, he can use them for presenting his financial position and hence avail the loan with much greater ease. Next, we are going to talk about helpful in sale of business. When a business is being sold, the purchase consideration is decided on the basis of the valuation of various assets and liabilities as appearing in the books of account. In the absence of proper accounting, many difficulties arise at the time of selling of the business. Next, we are going to talk about safety against fraud. How accountancy being safe, being act as safety against fraud. Maintaining proper books of account result in a moral pressure on the employees of the organization. मतलब कि अगर हम बुक्स बनाएंगे तो उसका क्या रिजल्ट होगा, एक मोरल प्रेशर पड़ेगा हमारे एम्प्लॉयज पर जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के होंगे, which helps in reducing the opportunity for the employees to commit defalcation. Employees are wary of committing frauds and fraudulences due to the fear of getting caught. उन्हें हमेशा डर लगा रहता है कि अगर हम पकड़े गए तो क्या होगा, तो अकाउंट्स उसमें हेल्प करता है. Helpful in partnership. How act being a medium through partnership? In a partnership form, accounts maintained on the basis of books, bookkeeping and accountancy, which have special importance. It helps in the evaluation of goodwill and the settlement of accounts at the time of admitting a new partner into the firm, retirement of the partner, death of a partner, or dissolution of the firm. So it is being plays a very important role in the partnership of the firm. Next, we are going to talk about source of business information. It also acts as a source for the business information. The books of account provide the owner with various statistics relating to the business. Accountancy provide important information to the manager. किस किस को इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करती है अकाउंटेंसी की बुक? जब भी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन प्रिपेयर करती है वो एक इंफॉर्मेटिव मटेरियल होता है. किस किस के लिए? उस मैनेजर के लिए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के, लेंडर के लिए, इन्वेस्टर ओनर के लिए, पार्टनर के लिए, शेयर होल्डर के लिए, और जो वर्कर हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के उनके लिए. Based on all these facts, it can safely be said that in today's world, accountancy is a necessity. Accountancy एक necessity बन चुकी है हमारे modern world, हमारे modern era की. So next part of the statement was audit as a luxury. How we can say audit is a luxury? People who consider audit as a luxury put forward the following arguments in favor of their view. First, they put misuse of money. For conducting an audit, a qualified chartered accountant is required, and usually his fees is so high that a small businessman cannot afford it. जब भी हम ऑडिटिंग के लिए किसी भी ऑडिटर को अपॉइंट करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज टू पे अ sort of fee to them, which is very high in comparison to small businessman organization. They can't afford that, but it's a type of normal thing for a large businessman. and it has an adverse effect on the financial position of the business. अगर हम ऑडिटिंग रिपोर्ट हम दिखाते हैं किसी भी बिजनेस की, तो वो एक गुड इम्पैक्ट डालती है किसी भी इन्वेस्टर को कि वो अपने पैसे उसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सके. लेकिन अगर हम अपनी ऑडिटिंग की रिपोर्ट ही ना दिखाएं तो उनको डाउट रहता है हमारा प्रॉफिट होगा या नहीं होगा. Hence, audit is considered to be a misuse of money. इसीलिए इसको misuse माना गया था हमारे ancient time में. Misuse of energy. The work of auditing involves the completion of a lot of formalities. Various formalities take place. For example, arranging the vouchers in a chronological order, making list of debtors and creditors, maintaining the books of accounts systematically, etc. All these tasks involve a lot of wastage of energy. Next, we are going to talk about wastage of time. The work of auditing takes a lot of time. Since auditing is as per a specific technique, as per the instruction of the auditor, the employees are mostly engaged in providing him with information and explanations, preparing lists, etc. As a result of this, the organization has to postpone a lot of its other work. इसकी वजह से उसे अपने बहुत सारे वर्क को पोस्टपोन करना पड़ता है. Such a misuse of time, इसी वजह से it can be not be afforded by a small businessman. Next is decrease in efficiency of employees. The repeated demand of information and explanation from the employees by the auditor becomes a hindrance in their normal work and result in decrease in the efficiency of the employees. अगर कोई ऑडिटर एंशियंट टाइम में ऐसा माना जाता था कि अगर कोई ऑडिटर डिमांड करता रहता है बार बार हर एक एम्प्लॉय से कि मुझे ये इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए, ये बुक्स मुझे ला कर दो, ये इस चीज की एक्सप्लेनेशन दो कि ये एंट्री आपने यहाँ क्यों की, इस वजह से उनका बहुत सारा टाइम वेस्ट हो जाता था जिसका असर पड़ता था उनकी एफिशिएंसी पर. एक एम्प्लॉय की एफिशिएंसी डिक्रीज हो जाती थी. नेक्स्ट इज इररेलेवेंसी ऑफ ऑडिट. Normally, it has been noticed that despite an audit, frauds and errors often remain undetected in the books of account. Hence, the audit becomes irrelevant and loses its significance. So, in ancient time, this was the scenario, but in modern era, accountancy is necessary. So, based upon the above arguments, we can say that audit is a luxury for a small business. However, saying that audit is a luxury for every business is wrong. Since in today's world, production and business are carried out on a large scale. The investment of capital has increased and ownership and management have become separate. All these factors have greatly increased the importance of accountancy. And side by side, the need of auditing is also clear. Auditing is now legally compulsory in case of companies, trust, cooperative societies, and another corporation, as I have mentioned already. So next, hence, saying that auditing is not necessity is not totally correct, because as I said, it is legally compulsory. Auditing may be a luxury, as maybe accountancy in certain cases, like for example, fruit and vegetable vendors, hawkers, etc. We can say that auditing is a necessity for large organization and for a luxury for small organization. Hence, we can say that I'm not totally agree with the statement that accountancy is a necessity while auditing is a luxury, but I'm not totally disagree with the statement. I have mentioned all the facts in my notes that why it is necessary, why it is not necessary, why accounting is necessary in ancient time or modern time, the difference between the two eras. All these things have been mentioned over there. I hope you all liked it and it being a very helpful to make your notes. Thank you.